What's up, everybody? Matt Freedman here. Welcome to Backstage Bucks County, episode number 1. I am here with the one and only number 1 realtor, Mr. Jason Freedman. No relation, same last name. I thought there was no better way to kick off this show talking about all things Bucks County, all things business, life, personal life, all that kind of stuff than with my longtime, very good friend, Mr. Jason Freedman. Thank you for being on the maiden voyage, my brother.
I'm not nervous.
I'm glad that you're not nervous.
That might be the truth or it might be a lie. I don't know.
You should be very nervous based on the host of questions that I have coming your way.
Bring it on, Freedman.
All right. So really the setup and the stage for this show, we're going to bring all kinds of different people onto the show that are just doing stuff in Bucks County, the creatives, people building businesses, entrepreneurs, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, with our music career, we get to interact with and run into a lot of really cool, very interesting people all over the place. But we call Bucks County home. This section of Pennsylvania and this area of Pennsylvania and New Jersey is home to us. It's where we've always lived, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on around. So tell us a little bit about you, Jay. We've known each other for almost 20 years. You were my first boss almost 20 years ago. You're a killer real estate agent in the region right now. We go way back. But tell us your story, man.
Well, my favorite part of my story is being your boss. I mean, that is honestly the highlight. As much as I love real estate, that is the highlight of my career, is being the boss of Matt Freedman.
Good, as it should be.
He was an incredible sales guy. Again, you can be the judge if I'm telling the truth or not, but no, it was, again, born and raised in Bucks County, Holland, Pennsylvania guy, Council Rock class of 2000. Had a great upbringing, great family, great friends, a lot of memories here. Found myself bouncing around between Manayunk, Center City, Philadelphia, Old City, Hell's Kitchen in New York, Gramercy in New York, Delaware for college, part of my college career in Jersey. I've been everywhere, but I landed back here in Bucks County because this has been my favorite of all my stops. And I feel like being from here, I was just meant to come back and kind of grow my roots and start my business and buy a house and progress through life.
I loved it. And you recently made the move out to the country, as you should. It took you a little bit too long to realize that, country life is a good thing. Tell us about the house, man. How's it going?
I love it. So my girlfriend and I bought a house in Newtown. We're about probably less than a mile outside of the borough. So as you're passing Green Parrot, head yourself out of Newtown Borough, and we're hop, skip, and a jump away. So, we bought like a cool little Cape Cod single home, and we're surrounded by a farm.
You got deer in the back. You got all kinds of things going on in the backyard.
There are 10 to 20 deer at all times in my backyard doing God knows what and dropping God knows what in my yard. Not paying rent. There's a lot of weeds and a lot of weird things growing in my backyard. I could never figure out why. And then somebody told me that the deer are...
I don't know if I'd say that on camera, but, you grow whatever you need to in your backyard. That's fine.
I thought this is Backstage Bucks County.
That's true.
I can do whatever I
guess
want.
you're right. Yeah, that's
there
true.
are no rules here.
Right.
I was told they bring stuff off the farm and they drop it in my yard, and whatever grows, grows. I think there's mushrooms growing back there. There's weird plants, weird flowers. So, but it's, no, it's great. I mean, I feel like I live in the country. Newtown Borough is right down the street. I'm not far from where we are here in New Hope, not far from Doylestown, all the hottest areas of the county, but I feel like I live in the middle of Kansas. I mean, I walk out back and all I see is farm. The sun sets behind the farm. It's a far cry. I mean, I loved living in Philadelphia. I loved living in New York. I love the cities, but now I just like to visit them. I don't like to live there.
Yeah.
So I'm a true testament as to what it's like to live and what it's like to move into Bucks County, and I just happen to be the guy that can help you do it. So
So for reference, Jason helped us, my wife Lindsay and I, build our dream home after 10, 15 years of us trying to figure out what that was and where it was going to be. So if you need a realtor, obviously in Bucks County, Jason's the guy building his brand up, and you cracked the top 100, right, in Pennsylvania in top realtors?
Yeah, I was, I'm proud of it. I mean, the stats are there's 39,000 agents in the state of Pennsylvania, not just RE/MAX, about 39,000 total, and I finished 84th. So
it's awesome.
It's a big accomplishment. It's at this point, in the words of Joe Kraus, who we can talk about him later.
We can talk about him right now.
That is yesterday's news.
That's true.
It doesn't matter. Great, Jay. You're number 84 out of 39,000. That's amazing. But who cares?
But who gives
That was
a shit?
2024.
Yep.
If you're not in the top 10 in 2025, why am I going to use you?
Yeah,
and
he's right.
Okay, Kraus.
So for reference, Joe Kraus, if you're listening out there, also is a a media mogul here in the Philly region who Jason and I both worked for at the Philadelphia Soul back in the day.
Oh yeah.
For Mr. John Bon Jovi and
Touchdown Soul.
Touchdown Soul. Until the league folded. Then it was Touchdown No Mo.
Were we the reason it folded or no?
Probably. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, what are you going to do? So you and I played we played sports together growing up. You played for my dad, who was a coach at Holland Middle School.
Sure did.
You were a soccer player, baseball guy. You're competitive, athletic, relatively good looking. You know, it's all subjective, but
Sure.
no, but you guys keep up with it. You go to the NAC. You and Krista, your girlfriend, longtime members there. She's a health instructor.
It's where we met.
Yeah, man. So talk to me a little bit about the entrepreneurship mindset. I think it's one thing that we're going to lean to a little bit on this show. A lot of creative people in this area, a lot of entrepreneurs, people building businesses, building startups. Where's that come from for you?
Comes from my upbringing, my family. My dad was a business owner, sales guy forever, and my brother Joel is big time entrepreneur. He's got his hand in countless things. He's always trying something new, and I think it comes from my family life. It comes from my past experience in professional sports. It comes from my sports background, as you referenced. I was always competitive. I was a pitch. I took baseball a little more seriously. I was a pitcher, so I didn't think about it at the time, but I basically chose the position that has the most pressure. And I wasn't thinking at the time like, oh, maybe I'm going to be an entrepreneur, or maybe I'm going to be a realtor one day, and maybe I'm going to do this, do that. I must have somehow known subconsciously that I want all the pressure on me. I want the ball in my hand. I want the eyes on me. If I screw up, we could lose the game because of me. If we win the game, it could be because of me. I'm okay with that pressure. And I think I got used to the pressure. I got used to the eyes being on me. I got used to all that. And real estate's a ton of pressure. If any realtor tells you there's no pressure in real estate, they're lying. They're trying to make it seem like it's something that it's not, that there is pressure. Those who reach whatever level of ranking they reach, those are the ones who can break through that pressure. Because pressure, honestly, for me, I look at pressure as a driving force, and it motivates me to make sure that I'm double checking, triple checking my contracts, making sure my client is constantly taken care of. And, I pride myself on not making mistakes. And if I do, I'm not perfect. I fix it. I know how to fix it. I work it through. I think the competitive nature just comes from, quite a few different aspects. So, yeah.
You kind of need that, man, especially, people don't understand this too. And this is a point of contention to me to a degree. I've met a lot of people over the years that refer to themselves as entrepreneurs, that have maybe dabbled in something, but until your money and your time is on the line and you have no plan B like realtors do, because there's a lot of realtors. You mentioned it on an earlier episode we were shooting. There's how many realtors in Pennsylvania or in the country?
About 39,000 in Pennsylvania. In the country, I mean,
multiply that by.
I can't even venture a guess.
Yeah, so you have this massive pool of people that want to be entrepreneurs, and this topic of being like a wantrepreneur has always fascinated me. People that sort of dabble in a couple different things and don't really have the focus or the discipline to like go all in on one thing. And quite honestly, I've been guilty of this over the years. I've had 4 or 5 different startups, but I think what's cool about what you're doing is you're taking a really disciplined, very entrepreneurial approach where you don't have a safety net. There is no plan B. You mentioned your first entire year in business in 2017, right?
Yep, one deal.
You did one deal.
Yeah.
The whole year. And you were trying to fill some space with selling memberships at the NAC, right? And shout out to the NAC and Jim and that team. But
Newtown Athletic Club, baby.
Talk about that, because it's 2025. Your first year was 2017. By my Council Rock math, that's 61 years, right?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, sure.
It's tough to count.
Yeah,
but
just like you're older than me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
So 8 years in business, but starting out your first one, you had one deal.
Yep.
So what's it take to go from that to being ranked number 86 in the state? I
mean 84, but okay.
Again, math.
So it just. I'm not gonna lie. I was close. I was very close to saying maybe I just belong in corporate life again. Maybe I just belong, whether it's back in sports doing ticket sales, or maybe it's selling something, like going back to having the guaranteed base salary, the guaranteed health benefits, all that kind of 401k, like all the things that make you feel comfortable. Trust me, after doing one deal, I was very close. I was on the edge of saying that this is not for me. Like what? Like, yeah, I can talk to a brick wall. Yes, I'm friendly. Yes, people like me, but it's like, I'm just not that good at this. Like maybe I'm just not good. And then I just started to grind it out. I actually was with Berkshire Hathaway in Doylestown for 4 years, and you know I didn't switch to Remax because of anything against them. I loved the broker there. I loved my team. I loved everybody, and they just kept pushing me, telling me not to give up. You know, the grass is greener on the other side. This is par for the course, and I just kept that mindset and just slowly build it up, and then I'm probably in year 3 of extreme growth, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Like, yes, I'm doing advertising, but if anybody tells you, oh, I advertise, the sales are going to come, that is complete BS. Like, you can't just pay for advertising, get the leads, and just think you're going to sell them.
Right.
There is a lot, like, yes, my advertising brings them in, but that's the easy part. The easy part is giving them my credit card, having Zillow take my money, and having the leads come to my phone.
Yep.
That's easy. The hard part is, how are you going to make them stick with you and not call one of the other, 39,000 agents that exist in the state?
That's a
like,
great
why
point.
are they going to stick with Jason Freedman? Like, well, how do I make them do that? So it's, I just punch through the wall. And if you can't punch through the wall, you are not in the right business.
So what is that for you? So specific to, brand mindset and all that stuff aside, I think you said something really important. And I equate this to our music career. Like we've been doing this for about 5 years. The first year out, 2021, we played 121 shows. Next year we played 80. The next year we played 50. So we're slowly getting into a really good pocket where we're getting the shows that we want to play versus the ones that sometimes we have to play for exposure. Or you get the bars and restaurants out there that say, we'll pay you $50 in a cheeseburger, but you're playing for exposure. It's like, well, are you going to bring over a plate of wings to table 6 for exposure, or are you going to have them pay you for it? It's like, there's value to what you produce, and if you give a shit and you care, then you should be rewarded handsomely for the value that you bring to that person.
Absolutely.
So to your point about brand building and taking an 8-year trajectory to get to the point where, the listings are coming more to you than you just transactionally punching a ticket in Zillow and waiting for leads to come. Talk a little bit about that. Like whether you're a real estate agent, a financial advisor, a mortgage broker, a musician, talk about the journey to what it takes to get to that point where you finally feel like you're in a good space.
I think it's so the first 4 or 5 years of my career, I did zero advertising. I didn't pay for Zillow leads. I didn't pay for realtor leads. I did very minimal postcard mailings and just mailings in general. I've never door knocked. I never did I didn't do anything. I just kind of went along with my business, relied on my family and friends, relied on my old business colleagues to just almost like I was assuming they're going to give me leads. And I got some. Like my first deal was a friend from high school. So that was great. But then part of it is I started to get at least a decent enough of an income where I could afford to advertise. When I got into this business, I didn't have a dime for advertising. Listen, like thank God for my family. They supported me. Like I'm very lucky and I'm grateful for that. They helped me through it. But I couldn't afford the advertising. Then I finally got to the point where I could funnel. My dad always, speaking to my dad and how I got my drive, it's spend money to make money. And that's just something that's just, it's scary when the money comes out of your account, but you have to look at it and say, what is X going to generate for me? It'll be X times 3, or whatever the ROI is. So, I finally got to that point where I was able to put my money in different areas that would generate me business. And so once I did that and I was getting a bunch of, sales being tracked on my profile and the reviews are coming in, now I'm getting people that might just, maybe they live in Los Angeles and they want to move to Bucks County. Now my profile is beefed up enough where they can go to my profile and see all the reviews, all the sales, and they're calling me directly.
That's awesome.
Nothing to do with my advertising. It's just, I like the way Jason Freedman seems like he runs his business. Clean cut guy on the younger side.
That depends who you ask. Clean cut sometimes with the backwards hat if you ask your dad.
Is 43 young? I don't know. I feel like I look 33, but it's fine. But it's like I'm getting people coming to me now. It's a combination of my profile. It's a combination of now you Google my name, and 10 different links pop up where all of my business is right there, and that never used to be the case. I'm 8 years in. I have people that I helped buy and sell houses 6, 7, 8 years ago. they're now moving on to their second or third home, and I'm getting those repeat customers. I'm getting referrals. I had a broker in the Lehigh at a Remax office in Allentown call my office looking for a good realtor. It was sent over to me, and it turned into 2 listings and a buy side, just from some agent that recognized the work that I do.
Yep.
And my broker obviously recognizing it, and I'm developing that. So that's getting bigger and bigger every year. So the advertising will eventually fade away. So all the income that I'm getting, I can maybe actually enjoy, as opposed to padding the Zillow corporate. But Zillow treats me. A lot of agents badmouth Zillow, but I got your back. I love
Shout
you
out
guys.
to Zillow.
I love you
if you want to
guys.
sponsor the show, you're
I would
welcome
love to be in one of your ads. All right, see you in Vegas at the Remax convention in February. Great. All right.
Oh my God. So one of the
That is
interesting
my camera,
things,
right? That's mine.
yes,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
that's yours.
Cool.
One of the interesting things you said, the concept, and one of the reasons why you're here as interview number 1 on the show, is your commitment going forward to content.
Yeah.
We built an entire music business from zero with Dustin and I, who's over there. We sat down on my patio one day right out of COVID, and my wife Lindsay said to me, she's like, you need to work music back into your life because you're a better person when you do.
Yeah.
And that for me was the kick in the ass to be like, all right, yes, it sucks that live music wasn't happening. COVID shut everything down. But to your point about punching through the wall, I'm like, screw this, man. Like, I'm not sitting at home anymore waiting for music to come to me or, do live streams or whatever. Like, I'm just going to go find the places that are still doing live music.
Yeah.
And when you zoomed out, outside of Bucks County and our bubble and things that were going on in the Northeast, Nashville never shut down.
Yep.
Places in Florida and a lot of places in the South never shut down. So I'm like, you know what? Nashville's open for business. That's where I'm going to take mine. Yeah. So we went down there and built an entire, thing. We recorded down there. We're down there meeting people, networking, and built a country music career out of the country music capital of the world.
Yep.
Because at that time, that's what was open for business. And it's the music that I love and we enjoy playing. And it took every bit of 5 years and over investing in, to your point, advertising, into content, into marketing. We were just looking at this the other day. I was just on another show. I spent almost $250,000 over 4 years on content and advertising and building brand. And it's the reason why we're starting Rhythm here in Bucks County is we've seen the direct result of producing good content and investing in content. And over about 400 shows, a lot of them, we would have a video team come out and shoot us. And people are looking at us like, dude, you're playing like a local, a local bar or like a regional festival. It's like,
who do these guys think they are?
Yeah, well, to a degree.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for any kind of, vanity. It was truly because I understand the power of what content can do for your brand.
Yeah.
And now it's to the point where, just like you, we have good shows and deal flow coming to us versus us having to go out and ask a brewery if we can play or ask a corporate event if we can play. You're basically RFPing yourself at that point, and you're at the bottom of that list.
Yep.
Because it's all relationships, and those relationships start by them doing a quick search, be like, who's the top artist in this doing this? Or they'll see a post that we put out, be like, oh, I saw you played here. It'd be cool if you played here.
Yeah.
So it's all connected, but it starts with telling a really good story and being authentic in your content.
Yeah, and this is when you came to me with this idea. I mean, I was a little bit resistant. I mean, it's one thing to be personable, and it's one thing to talk, be able to talk to anybody and put yourself out there and not be shy. But it's another thing to have the camera in your face and have the microphone in front of your face.
Yep.
I mean, I'm honestly, this is the first day, but I'm growing to love it. I don't mind this mic. It's pretty friendly. I mean, it's fine. But I was nervous. I was a little bit nervous, and it's like, how am I going to be on camera? How are people going to? I guess it remains to be seen how I'm going to be received. But I feel very confident in that. I'm confident in what I'm saying. I'm confident in my ability. So therefore, I think that confidence allows me to speak very openly and very honestly about things that I can do for people. And yeah, it was the one piece of my business that was missing. I'm on social media. My Instagram name is Wolf of Real Estate. I mean, it's like you can't be any more invested than that. So got the Facebook, the LinkedIn. I've got all that. And I'm those of you who know me, I'm posting constantly. It's, oh, Jason showed a house. Jason submitted an offer. Jason got a house under contract. Oh, there's Jason with his big settlement key again. Like, I'm all over social media, and there might be a little bit of excess to it, but that's my business. I'm serious about it, and I'm getting my name out there. This video stuff, the podcast, all this content is the one thing that was missing. And yeah, I was probably being resistant to it, but it's comfortable. I think it helps. It lets people know that it's not just some account posting a picture of the house. Like, here's Jason. Like here's who I am. I'm not hiding anything.
That's the most important
this
thing.
Is me.
When we're sort of breaking down, and this, I've worked with guys like Lance Bachman, who who's a personal friend, who I was there running his brand for a while. When you're really breaking down the strategy behind what it takes to build a good personal brand, the first thing always at the top is authenticity. People will smell that bullshit from a mile away, and they will immediately run the opposite direction. Yep. If you're trying to be something you're not, or trying too hard or whatever. So the most important thing for you is we just have to lean into, the good, the bad, the quirky, the funny, the moderately good looking, whatever it is. So
very good looking.
Yeah, very good. Look, on whatever scale you think, that's fine.
On a scale of 1 to 2, I'm definitely
1 to 2, yes.
1.9 for sure.
Exactly. So I want to leave you with this. So a couple things, rapid fire round. You grew up here. You and I are Bucks County born and raised. You know this place better than anybody, just being in the market. Yep. So top thing that you love about Bucks County that only a local can tell you.
Oh boy. I think you would only know the proximity of where this is. I mean, again, I don't care if you live in Newtown, New Hope, Doylestown, Warren. There's a million towns that are amazing that you can live in this area, but you're really only 10, 15 minutes away from the next thing that you want to go do. Like the next mountain range you want to go visit, the next beach you want to go check out, the next big city, the next restaurant, the next bar. Like, we are such, our area is, you can look on a map and you can see where we are. Okay, they're near Jersey, they're near the beach, they're in between two big cities. But unless you live here, you don't understand the quality, like the history of this area. You don't understand how far this area goes back into, back into the 1700s, like where this whole thing started. We literally have a town called Washington Crossing. I don't know if there's much more history than that. I mean, the name says it all. So people who live here, you can see the quality of people that come up through the system here, through the schools, through the social life, through all the fitness facilities, Newtown Athletic Club, through all these things that just mold people into quality human beings. And this is such a great suburban area to do that. You can have your quiet, you can also have your fun. So I think it's very unique in that sense.
Yeah.
And that's why, honestly, I love helping people move here, because I can tell them from experience how great this is. And I think that's what makes me able to, tell them how powerful of a person I am to use to help them navigate through this area.
Right.
So
it takes someone with a little bit of a local, understanding of like what really goes on and where to look and whatever.
Sure.
All right. Question number 2. Favorite plate of food anywhere in Bucks County?
All right.
Other than home or someone's home.
Outside of my protein cereal?
Outside.
Catalina Crunch.
Oh my
Amazon.
God. Yes.
Okay, so people are going to laugh. I don't know if the owner of Rocco's is going to see this, but so I have a lot of favorite restaurants, but Rocco's, which is on State Street in Newtown, you would think I would say their filet is my favorite meal. It's actually their Impossible veal, fake veal. I don't know if it's the sauce. I don't know what it is.
We're going to get banned from YouTube for talking about this.
That is, whatever it's called, whatever that veal is, that is my favorite meal.
Really?
I can't explain it. I get laughed at every time. I will order that over the filet mignon.
What? What are you pairing it with?
You can judge me however you want.
I'm going to judge you wholeheartedly. I'm judging you right now.
I don't care. It's amazing.
I got to go. First of all,
something about the sauce.
All right.
Something about the texture.
What kind of sauce is it? Like, what are you pairing it with?
I have no idea.
What else is on the plate? You doing mashed potatoes? You doing green beans?
Probably asparagus.
Yeah. Okay.
With some butter drizzled on it, some salt and pepper. It's so strange. I can't even describe it. You asked me a question, I answered it.
Hey.
And you can just deal with the answer.
Authenticity. There you go. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the answer other than going to therapy and trying to work through this. But all right. Question number 3. Other than Matt Freedman and the Herd, if I was to put on your Spotify playlist right now, who's playing on your phone right now?
I mean, Dave Grohl for sure.
Okay.
I mean, it's just, one of the worst days of my life was when Taylor Hawkins passed away. I mean, that
Oh,
was like
dude.
that like ruined
I
it
just
for
got
me.
chills thinking about
I
that.
know. God,
Yeah.
it was honestly, I don't cry a lot. I mean, if Krista sees this, she can attest to that. To get me to cry is almost impossible. I was shedding tears that day.
Wow.
It was But so I'm a Foo Fighters guy. I saw them live probably at the E Center back there, or Twitter,
Tweeter Center?
Tweeter Center.
Yeah. Back
E
in
Center,
whatever
yeah.
Camden is
It
called.
was probably Tweeter,
Yeah.
whatever it was. They were opening up for the Chili Peppers, and I went there to see.
I was at the show. This is what, 2000 and
Well, we go back.
One?
We go back 73 years.
Yeah,
so I'm sure
true.
you were there.
Yep.
So I went there to see the Chili Peppers, and I fell in love with the Foo Fighters. So they're on my phone. You go anywhere from the Foo Fighters, obviously to Matt Freedman and the Herd, clearly.
Thank you. Yep.
Okay. And then I've got a bunch of cheesy 80s on there. I mean, I'm about to hit the road and drive to Cherry Hill, and I guarantee you there will be some Aha, there will be some Eddie Money, there will be some Bon Jovi. Shout out to my former boss who
Former boss.
probably has no idea who I am. But yeah, I'm a cheesy 80s guy, alternative rock. Krista turned me into country. So, you know,
Who's your favorite country artist right now?
that's I guess Matt Freedman. I don't know. I mean,
That's a given.
I mean,
but outside.
So outside of Matt Freedman, oh man, I'm a Thomas Rhett guy,
Really? That's a good pick,
So-
man. Not a lot of people would go to him.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Thomas Rhett fan.
and I can tell you why. So we have the Remax convention in Vegas every year. Usually in
Oh,
February.
he played at it, didn't
So-
he? You guys were like front row?
So 2 years ago, so I've been there twice. I'm going back a third time this coming February. The first year we had Thomas Rhett. This past year we had oh my God, who we have? One Republic.
Okay.
So Thomas Rhett, I was just getting into country. Thomas Rhett performed. We were right at the front of the stage, and just fun music, like not like too twangy or too like what. It's not like too like cowboyish. Listen, I probably sound so stupid right now. I'm talking to a country guy. Like, is twangy even a thing?
When we meet a lot of people, let me preface it this way.
I hear like Southern twang, and I'm like, is that even a thing?
we play a lot of music in a lot of places all over the country.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I hear the most is if we're setting up a private party, it's either one or the other. It's either we want traditional, we want the oldies, we want, like that's their thing.
Yep.
Or they say exactly what you said. And it's like we lean more modern. We don't like a lot of twang in the sound. And
Yeah.
hey, different strokes for different folks. I don't
Yeah.
care.
you make up that
Everyone's got
quote?
it. Huh?
Did you make up that quote?
Yeah, you should try to trademark
All
that.
right, cool. I'll think about that.
Yep.
Yeah. So Thomas Rhett. I mean that's my it's my guy. Outside
it.
of Matt Freedman. So,
Outside of Matt
yeah.
Freedman. Well, you heard
if I
it here
go
first.
outside of the Herd, I'm going Thomas Rhett. So there you go.
Sounds good. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. You just
Appreciate
made it through the gauntlet of the first ever maiden voyage episode.
Easy
of
peasy.
Backstage Bucks County.
Backstage Bucks County, baby.
So, you've been here with the Freedmans, Matt Freedman, Jason Freedman here. We are
Thank you,
live
everybody.
from the Rhythm Global HQ headquarters here in beautiful New Hope, Pennsylvania, in Bucks County. Jason
Awesome.
Freedman, thank you, my
Appreciate
brother.
it. Thank you.
And we will see you
Awesome.
next time.
See
Thanks
you,
for
everybody.
watching.